Hey, welcome back, and today I'm going to talk about functions in Python. So, when programming, mostly you'll come across calculations and logical operations that you'll need to perform repeatedly, and this will make you write the same lines of code several times. So, the best solution for this is to use functions that will enable you reuse a logic a number of times without repeating yourself. And note that before we start, functions gets executed only when we call them. So let's get started. So to get started, we'll need to define a function, and to do that, we write def followed with the name of the function. So we'll have, let's call the function func. After that, we have our parentheses. So with the parentheses, we write our arguments within the parentheses, and we can as well just leave it blank, but for this case, let's have number. So this is a function that will take one argument. So after that, you have the colon to start a new code block. So after that, now we give the condition. So our function will print number multiplied by 2. So to call the function, you write the function name func, and you include the parentheses, and let's, so when the parenthesis is blank, so you can see func takes exactly one argument, because we have only one argument number, so we have to give the value of the number. So let's have 4. So in this case, we'll have 8. So this is an example of a function that takes one argument. So function can also just print a string. So in this case, let's have a function that print a string. So let's call the function string. So after that, so print coding. So let's call this function string. So you can see we have coding. So this is how functions work in Python. So let's look at example of a function that takes two argument. So let's call the function area, and it takes two argument, base and height. So for example, this function will calculate the area of a triangle. So our function will print. So area of the triangle is half base times height. So our function will print 0.5 multiplied by base multiplied by height. So let's call this function area. So let's have our base to be 3 and height to be 4. So we should have 6 as the area, which works perfectly. So functions can also take keyword argument, which is also known as the default argument. So let's look at that. So let's look at the example of a function that uses keyword argument. So keyword argument is also known as default argument. So let's have a function. So let's define a function. So function, let's call it convert. So for example, this is a function that will convert inches or feet to centimeter. So because it is a default argument, we need to have the equal sign. So let's have feet to be 0 and inches to be 0 as well. So the equal sign denotes that it is a default argument. So without the equal sign, it will be a required argument. So that takes us to another concept, two types of arguments, the keyword argument and the required argument. So after having this, so let's convert now inches to centimeter. So we'll have inches to centimeter. So inches to centimeter will be equals to inches multiplied by 2.54, and we again convert feet. So we are having a variable, so feet to centimeter. So feet to centimeters should be equals to 12 multiplied by should be equals to feet multiplied by 12. So we should have feet multiplied by 12, then we multiply it by 2.54. So okay, so let's print. So a function will print inches to centimeter plus, so inches to centimeters plus feet to centimeter. So let's call this function. So we'll have, so let's have convert, and then let's have feet to be, for example, 10. So let's convert feet to centimeter. So let's say feet equals 10. So you can see it converts. So 10 feet equals to 304.8. And let's convert centimeters. Now let's convert inches to centimeters. So let's have inches to be, for example, 100. So you can see our inches will be 204. So this is how functions work, and thank you very much for watching the video, and be sure to turn on the notifications button for the next video that I'll upload on Tuesday. That will be classes in Python, very much recommended for beginners. And thank you very much. Like and subscribe. Thank you.